Namaste, everyone, and welcome to Anchor the Light. Today, we'll be just talking a little bit about the power of oneness. So, before we start, let's ask for blessings to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Masters Hokoksui, Mahaguruji Mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. So, this morning, just want to talk a little bit about oneness and guide you in meditation and just give you the impact of what you can have in your life, in the lives of the people around us. And if you notice in the image that we're using is a pond with lots of lotus flowers. And it just reminds me of what my teacher, Master Hokoksui, was telling us about the story of the Buddha, where when he reaches enlightenment, experiences awakening, he wasn't sure if he was going to teach the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path to the world, not knowing that, he's not sure if the world's ready. And according to the story, one of the great aspects of God came to him, this great, great celestial being said, you have to teach this because the souls are ready. And the story goes, of course, this is my version. He saw that there's this lotus pond, and there are lotus flowers just coming up like this. And the teaching there is these lotus flowers are actually the 12th chakra, one chakra above your head, which is the soul. Okay. Anyway, you'll learn that more in the higher teachings. But the teaching here is souls are going through the mud, which is the everyday existence, and they're just ready for the teachings to come in to have a realization that we are one, and we are in this ginormous pond, and we're all interconnected. And as each one of us gets spiritually more evolved or more awakened to who we are, more of this light comes into our system, and we can spread the light and light up the mud to overcome it. And I'm sharing this with you because a lot of people don't realize, they think, well, how could I contribute to any of these? Well, whether you like it or not, we are connected. And to just kind of give you a reference on how energy works, my teacher used to say, part of the inner teachings, remember there's inner and outer teachings, that, let me see. It's not showing anything. Okay. All right. Hope you can see me. All right. Part of the inner teachings is the heart chakra, our heart center. When you activate it with lots of love, stimulates our crown. When the crown is highly activated, more divine energy comes in. Okay? So that said, the way my teacher explained it is like, if you look at the planet Earth, the heart center of the planet, energetically, of course, not physically, don't go be looking for it. Don't go on excavation dig. Where is that center? That heart center of the planet is composed of all the crown centers of all beings. Just to give you an idea, if you ever, what do you call this? Use Photoshop, right? Or somebody sends you a JPEG, an image, and you expand it. When you expand it so much, you see little pixels, right? So just imagine if you were, quote unquote, expand or zoom in to the heart chakra of the planet, what clairvoyants or very advanced seers will see is like, wait, just like brilliant heart center of the planet. When they get to the nitty-gritty all the way to the bottom, they say, ooh, that's Joe's crown center. That's Mary's crown center. Oh, that's one of the angelic beings' crown center. So just imagine these lotus flowers are the crown centers of all beings. When you zoom out, it what makes up the heart center of the planet. Okay? Now, when I heard that from my teacher through one of my colleagues, it blew my mind. I go, wow. So that means, whether you like it or not, just you and I evolving by ourselves, okay, that's nice. But if you really want to help the planet, you got to pull the next guy next guy up with us. Because as every being becomes more, let's just use the word spiritual, the crown center expands, more divine energy comes down. Well, collectively, the heart chakra of the planet expands, which will expand the crown center of the planet. Remember, as Hermes Trismegistus said, as above, so below, below is above. In other words, micro reflects in the macro and vice versa. As we spiritually evolve, the entire planet also evolves. Because the crown center of the planet evolves or activates more divine energy points in the planet. So whether you like it or not, whatever we do affects everyone else. And I'm sharing that with you because a lot of people don't realize, you go, well, hey, as long as I take care of myself, that's good. That can only go so far. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing these meditations, to just put things in proper context. It is what's called principle of oneness. Whatever we do to ourselves, whatever we do to other people, ultimately affects the entire group. So another way to put it is, my teacher said, just imagine the entire planet is one being. You and I are the cells. Make sense? So that's how you tell, to a certain extent, the evolution of a soul when you interact with them. Do they just think about me, myself, and I? Or they start shifting the I to we? I to we. Now, to just extend a little bit, that's how one of the spiritual practices, again, I know people have their opinions on it, just keep an open mind. One of the spiritual practices we were taught by a teacher, at some point, the I starts to diminish and turns into we. In other words, you diminish thinking about just yourself, but just say, whatever I do is affecting everyone. So let me think in terms of we. That's how you know the soul is evolving. Make sense? I know. Some people go, yeah, I love myself and all this stuff. That's good and great. That can only carry you so far. Because think about it. You think about yourself, okay, I'm good, then what? If people are suffering around you, you suffer eventually. We're swimming in the same pond. Remember? So when people start being so selfish, me, myself, and I only, they're creating their own misery in the long term. And they're depriving other people of evolution and that oneness. Make sense? That's why I always emphasize, if you've been with me long enough, there's self-interest. Self-interest is good. That means you take care of yourself, take care of your family, whatever you need to survive. If you want to have luxury, go for it. Always remember, that's only part of the journey. Because self-interest is important. So when people say, I love myself, great. But don't forget to love other people in the process of loving yourself. Otherwise, you'll be miserable. Think about it. If you want to find someone who's miserable, it's easy. Find someone who's only interested in themselves. Initially, they're, oh yeah, man, I'm happy, I'm this, everything's I, me. At some point, you'll be miserable. Because then you go, is this all? But you want to find someone who's really happy? Look for someone who has good self-esteem and they strive to serve. When they strive to serve and think of others, think of the well-being of other people and how to serve them, you'll find somebody who has joy in their life. Very, very simple. Think about it. How many cars can you have? How many mansions can you have? How much of these things can you have until at some point you go, that's it? But you cannot run out of people to love outside of you. Write it down. You can only you can only satisfy yourself to a certain extent. That's why when people, when you look at their posts, all they talk about is, I love myself, everything's I, me, I'm going, okay, let's see how long will that last. It's not sustainable. I know, I'm probably the only person in the entire internet who talks about this, because everybody's that I read is like, I love myself, take care of myself. That's good. It's a matter of how long you do that before it gets old. Okay, so don't say that I said don't love yourself. Yes, go for it. Take care of yourself, your family, have a good life. But that good life, that joy, that whatever else you think will satisfy you, always remember that thing can only go so far. So if you really want to have joy in your life, the I in me is one with the I in all. Then you experience joy. Otherwise, you have to learn it the hard way. I did. Before it's like just, what's good for me? What's good for me? That's all I care about. Me. How much money? How much is? How much? And then at some point, when you attain it, you go, is this all? Think about it. If you have everything you want for yourself, but the people around you are suffering, at some point, you suffer. Think about it. So the good news is this. I always like to end with the good news before our meditation. When we do our meditations, what do? We affirm oneness. I'm not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts. I'm the soul. I'm the spiritual self. At that point, when you start disidentifying yourself as the needs of the body, needs of the feelings, needs of the thoughts, you become free. Then you're just like basically an ice cube that turns to water, that turns to water vapor, and you're now merging into the atmosphere, and you realize, oh wow, it's all connected. Then you feel so free. That's what you call expansion of consciousness. Then when you come back to your body, after meditation, your consciousness is like, okay, but you have a sense of connection and oneness with all. Now you can take that inner peace, that expansion, that sense of connection into your everyday life. So it manifests as what? Kindness, love, caringness towards others. Then you go, I have the needs, my needs satisfied, everything's good. How can I make your life better? How can I help you? How can I assist you? And every time you give, every time you share, every time you take time to be with other people and be of service to them, and somehow you feel there's this contentment in your life. That's how you balance the two. And then at some point you realize, as I give to you, as I take care of you, I'm also taking care of myself. Now you know what St. Francis says. It is in giving that you receive, because we are one. Then you won't have to sit there and go, I love myself, because by loving other people, you are loving yourself. Period. Done. That's it. Okay? I hope that helps. I know it's contrary to what most of what you will read online. Everything is me, I. That's one thing I learned from my teacher. All you're going to do is flip your awareness around, and you get the best of both worlds. Now, let me leave you with one thought. We just taught this class called Spiritual Essence of Man, the Inverted Tree of Life. Okay? I've shared this with you before. Okay? All right, just taught it a week ago. And Inverted Tree of Life, this is just to kind of, I know I'm supposed to shut up already or to meditate, but just hear me out. A tree has roots on the ground. Then you just go up, go to the branches, the fruits, the flowers, the leaves, they grow and bloom. Okay? Regular tree. Now, the reason the book is called, and the course is called Inverted Tree of Life, as you get on the spiritual path, you start noticing the tree of life, starts doing strange things. Your perception of life seems to differ from everybody else. In other words, people call you weird. You go, oh yeah, no kidding. Hear me out. The way to understand is something like this. Ordinary people, not yet serious about their spiritual path or asleep to the spiritual world, they look at the world from the perception of the lower chakras. How much money am I gonna make? How much sex am I gonna have? Am I gonna be in charge? What it is it for me? That's from the basic chakra all the way to the solar plexus. As you do more spiritual work, your heart gets activated, love for other people, throat, knowledge, understanding, wisdom, intuition, spiritual connection. So as you do that, as the divine energy pours down even more than the energy going up, your perception of the world shifts. You start to becoming more other people oriented. You start to want to know more. You want to understand more. You want to sense that connection. So as a metaphor, you become an inverted tree of life. So now your perception of the world is from the top down rather than bottom up. So that's the meaning of your roots are upward, you're connected to God. So when you look at the world, it's just like somebody grabbed your feet and held you upside down. So your viewpoint of the world is almost opposite like everybody else. So people go, you weirdo. You go, thank you. At least I'm not miserable like you. Don't say that. Get the point? So at that point, when you're rooted, we are all rooted to God, right? You're connected upwards. You look at the world like, wow, we are all interconnected. So your viewpoints, your perceptions are going to be different. And you strive to share this joy, this oneness with other people. And that's ultimately is what gives you satisfaction. Just keep that in mind. All right, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tokok Sui, Mahagu Jumailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for help and protection. Thank you for the sense of oneness and to act on it. Again, to my teacher, Master Tokok Sui, Mahagu Jumailing, thank you for empowering me in full faith, so be it. All right, take your left hand, tap your heart center, take your right hand, tap your crown, put your hands in blessing position. Be aware of your heart. Visualize the earth in front of you. Our hearts are one. Our souls are one. Our spirits are one. There's only oneness. Be aware of your heart in your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere. Within me, within my family, my friends, my circle of influence, people I work with, the city I live in, the country, anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. May all who are suffering in any way, in any dimension, any of the different planes of existence, may they be blessed with a new hope and faith and made better life and better existence. So be it. May all beings be blessed with hope and faith. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the ignorance of one's true being, a being of light, and that we are all beings of light swimming in this gigantic ocean of life, ocean of light. So may all be blessed with spiritual light, spiritual awakening and realization that we are one. And where there's sadness, let me sow a tremendous amount of joy. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Be still. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Just be still. Just say, we are one. Knowing deep down all our crown centers are one with all beings. And that makes up the heart of the planet, the heart of Mother Earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed, without exception. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine brilliant light, even brighter than before, just pouring through us. Visualize the earth getting brighter and brighter with beautiful golden light. From the center of the heart of all loving God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being, without exception, in the higher worlds, middle worlds, the lower worlds, in every dimension, every direction, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. Let all be blessed with oneness, with divine connection. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now be still. Just allow the blessings to flow through us. And just silently know we are one. We are one. Our hearts are one. Our souls are one. Our spirits are one. There is only oneness. May every lotus flower in this universal pond bloom and be filled with brilliant light. So it is. Now gently, with your eyes closed, tongue in the roof of your mouth, just lower your hands. Be aware of your crown. Above your crown, see a brilliant, brilliant light. A miniature sun just so bright way above your head. The image doesn't have to be clear. Know it's there. Om. Om. That brilliant light is just getting brighter and brighter. You see it with your inner vision. It is there. That beautiful, brilliant light is descending into your crown, lighting up your crown. That lotus flower in your head is getting brighter, brighter, even more brilliant. Simultaneously, you sense other brilliant lotus flowers around you. All these beautiful, brilliant lotus flowers are being fed with even more brilliant light. Everything is light. Om. Be still. Dive into the light. There's only light. Let go, let go. Just let things happen. Now. We are one. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, your toes, very gently and slowly come back. Just move your fingers a little bit, your toes, that allows you to gently slide back to your physical form. Raise your hands again. Let's utilize this sense of oneness, love, joy, expansion, all this divine energy, and just share it with our families, our friends. People, fill them with this beautiful golden light. Let it expand to your city, your country. Let it fill the entire earth again. May all be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spiritual oneness. So be it. Just visualize the earth filled with this light. Every part of the world. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project this golden light downwards. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children, all creatures, all of creation be blessed. without exception, with divine light, divine love, and divine power. May all be blessed, be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to all. So be it, so be it, and so it is. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Twahoksui Mahaguju Meling, thank you. Thank you all for the light, the love, and the blessings in full faith. And so it is. All right. We kind of cranked up the intensity there. I hope you like it. Some of you go, whoa, that was intense. Remember this. Stillness gives you access to power. Real power, not like the type of power, but an intrinsic power within that gives you confidence, strength, and a greater ability to love and care for others. All right. So, yeah, you're welcome to redo this meditation as often as you like. We have this online. I'd love to hear from you. You're welcome to give me some feedback. How you guys doing? If you guys go, whoa, do I have a body? Yeah. So, all right. Oh, one quick announcement. In 15 minutes, I put the link there with Tony Robbins' Breakthrough Challenge. I'm going to be there. I'm flying there to Florida tomorrow to be part of it. I'm not going to tell you what day, but myself and Tony's wife, Sage, we're going to be doing the meditation Twin Hearts together. Just imagine, and this is the part that some people don't realize. You know, you and I, several thousands of us meditating at the same time. You're already feeling it, right? Just imagine, let's just say, give or take 1 million people. 6 zeros. Okay, the numbers are changing, so I cannot tell you the exact amount. Just know that a lot. Just imagine this is the Earth, and this is from almost all countries all over the world. So just imagine each one of us has a pillar of light coming down. And you have millions, I'll just say millions of beings, because you have the physical people and you have the energy beings all doing meditation. Imagine all that light filling the Earth. So instead of complaining about the Earth, the government, all that crap, we should do something about it. Let's all get together as one. Just imagine 1 million or more fire hoses of light, love, and power filling the Earth. You want to change the Earth? Get off your ass, join. I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right, so I'm going to shut up now. In about 10 minutes or so, it's going to start. If you haven't joined it was started yesterday. It's going to keep going till the 31st. All right, so I hope you join it. I'll put the link back there. If not, just look back. The link is there for Tony Robbins' Breakthrough event. And that's it. So we will see you Friday. I'll be in Florida, so I'll be broadcasting from a hotel there. The work continues. Remember the power of the one life. Namaste and take good care. God bless.